Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Queen Restaurant, is where we usually televise from. And I want to mention that I thank Yelmaz Kankel and all the staff at the Queen Restaurant. And my guest today, I had to make sure that this wonderful guest of mine, who happens to be Bob and Sally, this baby
Dickenson,
boy,
yeah.
right? You know. Anyway, Bobby Dickenson is with us today. Bob is the administrator for the city of Vineland. Bob, good to see you.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. Tell everybody what you get there when you go to the Queen Restaurant.
Oh, we love to go to the Queen for breakfast. I love the SOS
Yeah,
and
I like that too.
the sausage gravy over the biscuits.
Yeah.
That's one of the favorites, yeah,
Yeah.
as you can tell.
I know the mayor goes there too.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
So I thank Yelmaz. And let me tell you something, folks. The Queen Restaurant in Vineland is open 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. And the Queen Diner in Millville, which is one of my very favorite places, is open from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. And there's not a week that goes by that I don't at least get one of my dinners there because I live alone. I don't have anybody to cook for me. So Yelmaz and his staff, they do a great job, and I really appreciate them, and I thank them for their sponsorship. And today, Bobby Dickenson, I've known since he was 10 years old. And tell him how did I know you?
We used to go at it on the baseball field back in the day. Ritter Construction versus Smith and Block Realty.
And you were on?
I was on Smith and Block, and you were on Ritter Construction.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, Bobby was one of the best pitchers in Little League and high school. In fact, Tony Cerace was talking to me the other day, and I told him Bob was coming on the show, and he says, well, tell him I said hello. And he said Bob Dickenson was one of the best pitchers he ever had. And that's saying quite a bit, Bob, over those period of years.
Yeah.
So what got you started? Did your dad take you out back and say, come on, Bobby, pitch to me?
Yeah, I appreciate the kind words from Coach Reese, but yeah, I don't know if you knew it back then, but I lived in Port Norris,
Yes, I
and
did remember
to
that,
play,
yeah.
The Little League wasn't strong down below, so
Right.
in order to play in Millville, they had a rule that you had to be a Millville taxpayer.
I see.
So my dad and mom bought some property in Laurel Lake,
Oh, good.
became on the Millville side to be
Yeah.
a taxpayer, and that's how I was able to play.
Okay. I wondered about that because I knew they had a South Cumberland. The fact it was behind the place your mom worked at.
Correct.
Cable
Yep,
company.
right there in Haleyville.
Yeah.
Yep.
In fact, we talk about ties, Bob and I and his family. First of all, let me tell you, his father was one of the nicest men in their life, and his mother, Sally, is still a sweetheart. And tell
Thank you.
everybody, what did your dad do?
My dad was a mold maker here in,
Oh, that's super.
Millville for 40-some years.
Wow.
The plant finally closed, and he retired at that point.
Wow, that's super.
And him and my mom traveled all over wherever I was playing. They were there.
That's nice.
Yeah,
They
absolutely.
always were, always supportive. I've always enjoyed talking to your dad
Absolutely.
at the games and your mom. And honestly, they're two of the nicest people. Dad, unfortunately, passed away, but mom's a sweetheart still. And you said she helps out at the
She's
Elks?
still getting it in. She goes out to the Elks every Thursday night, volunteers,
That's nice.
has her captain and Diet Coke, and
Well,
goes home every
Diet
night.
Coke.
She's doing well.
Oh, that's
Thank
super.
you.
It's good. So I know your mom worked. I had a partner, Joe O'Donnell, and back in 1980, 81. is when
Yeah,
we
I was
started.
little, probably.
We started the cable television, Clover Cable TV, in Port Norris. It was Morris River Township, Commercial Township, Lawrence Township, Fairfield, Deerfield, Upper Deerfield. No, not Upper Deerfield. Down in Deerfield. But Bob's mom worked in the office, which
Yeah.
was in front of where the baseball field was, right in Haleyville.
Right across from the cemetery.
Yeah, exactly. And fortunately, that was a very good business. One of the best business ventures I ever made. We actually made money on it and did very well. And then after we sold that, we bought 3 radio stations, and somebody should have had my head examined because, speak about radio, Bobby, it's unbelievable. The value of radio stations is in the toilet. It's unbelievable. I won't mention the station, but a friend of mine was telling me about one of the stations. About 4 years ago, the guy that owned the station turned down a $1.3 million offer to buy it. And the owner wanted 1.5, so they didn't come to an agreement. Today, 10 years later, that radio station's worth $300,000. Right, and this isn't easy either. Let me tell you something. Yelmaz Kankel, Bob Connor, all the people that advertise makes this happen because it's not easy to sell advertising. In fact, this was interesting. Back when I first started doing the cable, I did a show called Auction Time, and it
Yeah.
was phenomenal. We actually, 1 year in the 4 locations, this is 1980, 81, we did $1 million in retail sales. I did Rubik's Cubes, 40-piece socket ratchet sets, Elvis lamps, all kinds of different things. And eventually I thought, why am I buying stuff, reselling it? Why don't I go sell for other people? So I started, the first show I did was with Positive Furniture and Appliance, and they loved it. It worked so well, but we realized you can't do that every week. So then we switched over to automobiles. So we did automobiles infomercials for 10 years at least, and that was a home run. Now, what killed that business is Siri. I'm looking for a 2015 Ford F-150 pickup truck. Boom, it pops right up instead of having to sit for an hour and watch the TV show.
Right.
But anyway, that's how times changed, right?
That's crazy. It is.
But let's talk about this man. All right, so you went to Millville High School. You were a star baseball player. You played football.
I played football, played basketball for a year, then went to college, Millersville, PA.
What got you to Millersville?
Baseball.
Okay.
Baseball. If it wasn't probably for baseball, I'd probably been working at the factory with my father.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it led me to a nice road at Millersville. Played there for 4 years, pitched, met my beautiful wife there.
Oh, that's super. What's her first name?
Krista.
Krista.
And did my degree was in occupational safety, like OSHA.
Right, yeah.
And I did my internship with the Vineland Health Department back then, George Sartorio.
I remember George, yeah.
I actually got that position through my father at the glass factory because
Wasn't George involved in Little League? Or?
he was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
his son Matt
yeah.
played.
Right,
Yep.
okay.
And the insurance broker for the plant let my dad know they were looking for somebody in Vineland for an intern. Did my internship there in '93 and have been there ever since.
Wow.
Worked my way up.
Holy cow.
Yeah,
What
very
did you-
fortunate.
Was that in the electric department? the
I
internship?
started out in the health department
Health.
doing occupational safety.
Okay.
And then Linda Decken, who was the administrator back in the day,
Good lady.
she brought me up to handle all the tort claims and lawsuits against the city. Then in 2014, an opportunity came through with Mayor Bermudez that I was able to be the assistant administrator, acting administrator. And then when Mayor Finucci came on, he kept me on.
Oh, that's super. So how long has Mayor Finucci been in office?
Since 2017 was his first year.
Okay.
This is his third term.
Yeah.
First 3-time mayor.
Yeah. Oh, my God, he's amazing.
He is.
I've often said, and this is a prime example, Millville now has the blessing of having a businessman. I've often said what makes Vineland so great is Mayor Finucci. He's a businessman, he's insurance, real estate, and got a good personality, he's intelligent, deals well with people like him, and Vineland is zooming. Vineland is doing phenomenal. On the other hand, the last 4 years in Millville were the worst 4 years in the history of the city of Millville. You had no leadership. You didn't have anybody with a personality. This is an interesting story, and I think you probably heard this yesterday, Bob, when the mayor of Millville spoke. He was talking about when he got elected, he went to see Jerry Velasquez, who was the executive director of the Cumberland County Improvement Authority, and Jerry gets his jobs done. And Jerry's worked with you guys.
Absolutely.
I know, Vineland,
Jerry's a great guy.
Buildings and all that stuff.
Fantastic.
And again, Bobby's got a great personality. Mayor Finucci has a great personality. And so does Jerry. And they interact and they work for the best for the city of Vineland and for the county. So anyway, the mayor went up there, Mayor Dickenson, to meet with Jerry. And Jerry said, look, we do nothing with Millville. We couldn't deal with people, especially one person that was there. We could not deal with him. So anyway, as Jerry got to see that Dan's a good guy, he's a business person, he's got a nice personality. So within that day, they built a relationship. And 2 days later, Jerry calls Dan Dickenson, the mayor of Millville, and says, hey, you got this, 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 and this? He goes, yeah. He said, well, I got a $20 million project I'm going to send your way. So that's, and you know how important it is, Bob. That's why people love you. I mean, you enjoy people. You like working with people.
Absolutely. It's all part of networking.
Exactly.
You know how politics is. You network. We brainstorm. That's, when I tell you that I love my job, I love going to work every day.
Isn't that wonderful?
And a lot of it has to do, now, can I say that my entire 30 years? No.
Now you got Finucci.
But when the mayor came in, it was just, we sit up in his office, we collaborate, we brainstorm, we think outside the box. And, he's strong business minded. He's got numerous businesses, and it's just great to go to work.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
And I think Millville, with the group that they have now, we've met with them a couple times, and I think Millville is on the right track. I really do.
I do too. And I know you went to school with Dan. And
I did. I went to school with Dan and Ricky.
Sure.
I know Carol.
Yeah.
And I met Sherman. I don't know Melissa too well.
Yeah, I don't either.
But I've heard some good things. And, if they work together, collaborate, I think Millville's heading in the right direction.
Yeah,
I really do.
I do too. I'm optimistic. I really am. We're talking with Bob Dickenson, who's the administrator for the city of Vineland. Actually in the area, it's the largest city in the state of New Jersey in population. They're the same population as Greenland. So don't tell Trump, or he'll want to take over Vineland and make that its own state. Anyway, we'll be back with Bob Dickenson right after these messages.
For decades, our dad has been a steady, trusted voice here at Mintz Insurance, helping neighbors, not just clients, protect what matters most.
As Dad steps into retirement, one thing stays the same: our commitment to this community.
We're proud to be independent, rooted right here in Millville. No call centers, no runaround, just real people ready to help, just like Dad always did.
Mintz Insurance, built on trust, proud of our past, and ready for what's next.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
Are you just part of the crowd?
Do you feel isolated and alone?
Do you wish someone would see your gifts?
Would you like to be seen as an individual?
A person of value.
Full of life and purpose? Part of a family that cares?
For over 90 years, Mintz Insurance has protected what matters most: families, businesses, and futures. Born in South Jersey, we've weathered storms, celebrated milestones, and stood strong with our community every single step of the way. Rooted in tradition, but always moving forward, we invest in the latest technology to deliver faster, smarter coverage solutions without losing that personal touch. Because trust isn't built overnight, it is earned. One policy, one promise, one person at a time.
Many people treat their health like a game. With the Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Our mental health services focus on the emotions and behaviors that affect your overall well-being and features psychiatric, counseling, and addiction services, including our exclusive Fresh Start program, designed to help combat the opioid epidemic in our communities, plus all the other specialties you expect from Complete Care. Level up your health with us. The Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great healthcare for everyone.
The most important decisions a family can make are usually made around the kitchen table. At DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home, we believe pre-planning and the difficult decisions you face with the loss of a loved one should also be made around the comfort of a table, like a family. Our friendly, kind, and compassionate staff is committed to helping you get through this most difficult time. In your time of need, trust DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home, Vineland.
Welcome back to Around South Jersey. My special guest is Bob Dickenson, who is the administrator for the city of Vineland since 2014. And now he's, Bobby, you've got at least, another 6, 7, 8 years before you retire?
I could walk out tomorrow if I wanted to, but
you love
the mayor's got 3 more years, so I'm sticking to that for now.
Okay.
At least 3 more years.
Well, that's something too, honestly, folks. I mean, I understand. The mayor is a super person. He's got a great family and things like that, but he's the first 3-term mayor in the city of Vineland.
Correct.
I was the first 3-term mayor in the city of Millville's history, but I would love to see him stay another term. He's so good. He's just an amazing person.
A lot of people would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be tough, and all due respect. I mean, I'm sure there's some other good people that could step up, but he is fabulous in what he's been able to accomplish and everything that's going on in Vineland. My God, Vineland, if you ever wanted to take a ride, go through the Vineland Industrial Park. You go, oh my God, everywhere, buildings. In fact, they're running out of land.
Yeah, we're out of room.
Yeah.
We just bought property on Almond Road to expand the industrial park.
Isn't that wonderful?
We're going through all the environmental stuff now, so it's going to be good.
Yeah. I mean, it's just fabulous. And the nice thing is the success that Vineland's had, and they work together. I mean, I've had council president on with me,
Spinelli. Paul
Spinelli. In fact, he was at the event yesterday, and he's doing a great job. The mayor, they work well together, and the council works well with them.
They do.
all seem to work well together.
They do. No hidden agendas. Everybody gets along. Everybody has Vineland first and foremost, and yeah, it's going really well.
It really is. And I'll tell you, I mean, Vineland is 60-some square miles, right?
67, 68
Yes,
square
right.
miles.
Yep.
Largest in New Jersey.
Yep. Yeah.
Population about 62, 63,000, if not more.
Yeah.
I don't know what the last census was, but we're pretty big.
Yeah, and I tell the mayor, it's mentioning, like, when I head out to East Vineland, I'd go out to Riggy's or go over to the restaurant that's in Richland. Starts with a V. Do you know what that is? My Philly season ticket guy, and I meet out there. But anyway, it's a neat restaurant. It's out of Vineland. It's in Buena Vista.
Oh,
Township.
5 Points?
No, I know 5 Points.
Past?
It's further down. It's past 5 Points. You get to the Route 40. It's across from like San
The prep?
Yeah.
Pickwickian?
That's it. Thank you, Bobby. See, Bobby.
I love the Pickwickian.
Isn't that good? Yeah, really great. In fact,
it's good barbecue.
They have great food there. So this is another neat story, and I'm sure you know this guy's grandfather. My ticket agent for the Phillies is Nick Luciano. Well, Duke Luciano, actually his great-grandpa, was a man that was a mover and shaker in Vineland, very active with Newfield Bank, and just a really good guy and very successful. And Nick is a super young man. He's probably in his mid-20s. So Nick and I meet out the Pickwick.
Okay.
And that's where we exchange tickets. I give him money, and we have meals and all that stuff. So it's been fun. I hadn't gone there until Nick got me to go there, and now I really enjoy it as well.
We used to go there when back in the day. A bunch of us at work had Phillies tickets.
Yeah.
So that's where we would go pick the games and stuff for everybody's
cool.
playing.
Yeah, right. Sit around and exchange the games, the tickets.
Donnie Lewis was in charge. You remember Donnie
I
Lewis?
Sure
He's
do.
the Millville guy. Yeah.
It's amazing. We know about the same people, and of course it's neat because Bobby and my son Gary are classmates, went to school. Bobby was a year behind him, but you were saying you pitch, and Gary would play third, and then with Gary
would sometimes go over to play second,
right,
or I'd go in the outfield.
Okay. Yeah. It was. You must have had a pretty good team.
We did. Yeah, that was back when Mike DeMora played.
Yeah, there's another great athlete.
And Matt Goranson in the outfield, Joey Felice. Wayne McMahon was Gary's class. He played as well.
Yeah. All good guys.
Willie Colon was behind the dish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Catcher. Did you ever catch, Bobby?
I did not. Well, Babe Ruth I did, but never in high school.
I never wanted to catch. I played every position, pitcher and outfield or infield position, but I just never had the desire to catch. Yeah, my grandson, he became a catcher. I give them a lot of credit.
I liked it because it was just like pitching. You're involved in every play.
Pitch,
you know what I mean?
That's true too. Well, you're tough.
Yeah.
So, a lot of good things happening in Vineland, and I know recently BFA Productions did a video, and we carried it also, of the AI Center, which has had some controversy and things like that. But the potential for job opportunities and ratables is phenomenal.
Sure.
That's bringing. And I know that there gets to be misinformation out there sometimes, that people are worried about their water. And Bobby, you told me that hasn't.
There is. They haven't asked us for any water allocation yet. They're doing some internal studies, and honestly, we're not really involved because it's a private partnership.
Yeah.
And we did it, like you said. There's some controversy. We did everything, according to statute as far as that goes, and I think people are starting to. I think the town hall did a lot of good.
Yeah.
Put a lot of people at ease. Obviously, as you know, certain people you're not gonna get to them and understand, and that's fine.
Yeah.
That's what's good
Yeah.
about life and topics and whatever. But I think in the long run, it's going to be a benefit and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, it certainly has a lot of upsides to it for financial information, jobs, and all these things.
I know a couple of people that are involved, and they're like we had talked about, John Ruga.
He's amazing.
He's one of the finest human beings I think I've ever met in my life, and he's not one to fail.
No, that's
and
for sure.
I don't see him getting involved in anything that he doesn't think would be good for Vineland.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he's a Vineland guy, and we appreciate him and everything he does for us.
Yeah, I mean, he's involved with the Mike Trout Golf Tournament. In fact, Bob and I were talking about, John and I go way back. When I was the mayor of Millville, John started Superior Walls down off Wade Boulevard in Millville. I remember going down for the ribbon cutting and all that stuff. And I'm like, wow, this is amazing.
It is.
They built the walls for a foundation for the cellar or for a basement for a home, boom, like that with these bricks. And then he ended up moving to Vineland and went to Northeast Precast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that's amazing! All the walls that you see on.
I used to drive by 55 every day coming to work when
Yeah.
I still lived at home before I got married, and never really realized what kind of business it was until they came to Vineland and saw what they do. It's crazy.
It is. It's fabulous, and like you say, John, very good person, does a lot of good things, hires a lot of people that work there. Although I got to tell you, I stole one of John's employees.
Did you?
Johnny. Yeah, I did. John Newt.
Yeah.
Well, John was my engineer when I was the city of Millville.
Then he went to the county.
Yes, he did. That's why I got him to go to the county,
Yeah.
because somebody came at Millville I
Right.
couldn't stand. So I said, come to the county. So he did. And then, I guess, I don't know, he eventually left the county, and he went with John. And he loved John. But I said to him, Millville needs you so badly because of all your experience, and nobody had experience in that position. So I sat down with him and with Mayor Dickenson, and they spoke, and they liked each other. And, anyway, John did make the move. So, John Brug, I apologize, but John.
I didn't know that. This is the first I knew. Yeah.
John Noop is
Breaking news.
Coming to Millville. And
John Noop's a good guy.
He really
He's
is.
a good friend of mine. Back when he built his house, I went and helped him paint.
Oh, did you?
With
there anything
Dennis
you can't
McCafferty.
do?
Well, he probably had to repaint after I got done, but that's what friends do. We help each other out. But John's a good guy.
Yes,
Very
he is,
knowledgeable.
yeah. And he's got triplets. I'm going to have the triplets on sometime with me.
I have twins. He has triplets. Yeah, I have twin girls and my son.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So
my son's 20. He'll be 27 the end of the month, and I have twin girls. Bobby works at the city. He works in the purchasing department.
Oh, that's great.
My one daughter's a first-year teacher at Petway.
Uh-huh.
Just bought her first car today.
Oh,
her
congratulations.
First big girl
that's
purchase. And my other daughter, Bailey, she went back to school to get her master's, and she's coaching softball there where she played.
Oh, wow.
At Post University in Connecticut.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Oh, that's good. They're all doing well.
Proud dad, absolutely.
Yeah, you bet.
Yeah.
And did your wife teach, did you say?
My wife did not teach. She originally was into benefits. She worked for a company called Towers Perrin in Voorhees.
Okay.
Got laid off after 22 years because they shipped everything. She worked part-time for RK Chevrolet, a good friend of mine, Jim G. And then she came to the city.
Oh, that's
She
good.
works in the finance department.
That's super.
She had worked with the CFO years ago on some PTA stuff in the schools, and
that's good.
they got to talking, so she came. Yeah.
We speaking of Vineland people, Keith Petrosky, amazing, wasn't he? My God, I knew Keith.
He's the godfather of Vineland. He's been
he
around
was,
so
wasn't he?
long.
Yeah,
Yes, he
that's
was.
The truth, yeah. Who took his position?
Good friend of mine named Rich Franchetta.
I've heard of
Rich is also our fire director.
Okay, that's where I heard it
Yep.
from. That.
He's our fire director and our city clerk now.
Oh, that's really great. Anyway, we're talking with Bob Dickenson, who is the administrator for the city of Vineland, and they're just doing very, very well. And Mayor Finucci is doing a fabulous job, and all their council people working well together. And as we've talked about, they've run out of land to sell the, especially this freezer.
Industrial,
whatever. Cold storage is big there as well. And what a great success. We'll be back to talk more with Bob about the city of Vineland right after these messages.
We're all looking for God. All the signs point to, there is really a God. We try to find him in all kinds of ways. in all kinds of places, and through all kinds of things. But there's only one way to find Him. That's by personal experience with Him. Come visit us this Sunday. We can introduce you to Him. New Life Church, Millville, New Jersey.
For generations, Mintz Insurance has stood for trust, resilience, and community. And today, that legacy continues. This new generation brings fresh energy and enthusiasm to the same personalized, dependable service and ability to deliver that our clients have known for over 90 years. From Main Street to your street, we're here, local, loyal, and looking ahead.
For decades, our dad has been a steady, trusted voice here at Mintz Insurance, helping neighbors, not just clients, protect what matters most.
As Dad steps into retirement, one thing stays the same: our commitment to this community.
We're proud to be independent, rooted right here in Millville. No call centers, no runaround, just real people ready to help, just like Dad always did.
Mintz Insurance, built on trust, proud of our past, and ready for what's next.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
Are you just part of the crowd?
Do you feel isolated and alone?
Do you wish someone would see your gifts?
Would you like to be seen as an individual?
A person of value.
Full of life and purpose? Part of a family that cares?
For over 90 years, Mintz Insurance has protected what matters most: families, businesses, and futures. Born in South Jersey, we've weathered storms, celebrated milestones, and stood strong with our community every single step of the way. Rooted in tradition, but always moving forward, we invest in the latest technology to deliver faster, smarter coverage solutions without losing that personal touch. Because trust isn't built overnight, it is earned. One policy, one promise, one person at a time.
Quite understands. Okay. Welcome back to Around South Jersey. Our sponsor is the wonderful Quinn restaurant at Lincoln and Landis Avenue in Vineland. There you see where we would be. This is the Quinn restaurant, and they are open 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. And Bob's special is the SOS and on the biscuits, which is very, very good. And they have great breakfast. I know the mayor goes there a lot. Wonderful lunches, and maybe some early bird dinners. I'm not a morning or noontime person. I'm a dinner person. So I will be going to the Quinn restaurant tonight to get my dinner. And I got to tell you, Bob, I was in there recently with Joe Pierce. Do you know Joe Pierce?
I don't.
Joe owns Bim's Pizzeria.
Okay.
I started Bim's Pizzeria before when you were born, basically. And anyway, Joe and I meet there usually maybe once a week. So anyway, whatever we ordered, no, actually it wasn't Joe, it was Fred Melendez. Fred Melendez and I went there.
I know Fred.
So we sat down and ordered, and I had, I think I had eggplant parm, which is one of my favorites. But with the meal, I got a plain sweet potato, which I love, and Brussels sprouts, salad, and chocolate pudding for dessert. All of that, along with what Fred got, was such similar stuff. Our entire bill with taxes was $34.
Can't beat it,
folks. No, you can't.
You can't beat it.
You can hardly go fast food for less than that. And I was actually I was with John from Millville Savings Loan yesterday, and I know you were at the Chamber of Commerce luncheon too. And he and I got talking about how much he loved the Quinn Diner. And he was talking about how good the food is and the portions and the pricing. And I said, you can't beat it. You really can't beat it, folks. And it's very convenient. And never had a bad meal. My God, they got all kinds of great things to choose from. I get this number 7 mini meal, which is the eggplant parm. I'm not a red meat eater, so that gives me some things, options besides seafood. I do eat seafood as well. But stop in and say hello to Yilmaz and Fatih and Selma and all the good people that are there. They're really nice people. And they're at the Queen Diner in Millville. And Fatih and several of the others are up at the Queen Restaurant that you're looking at in Vineland. And Vineland's restaurant, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Millville, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. So stop in at either one of those places. So, Bob, we're talking about the people. I got to tell you this story. I just love Vineland. Back, oh gosh, I don't even know if you were, yeah, you were born because Gary was alive. Must have probably been the Little League time when you were 10 or 11. I started a softball tournament to benefit Cumberland County College, a sports program. So I started the tournament. Rob Shannon was running one in Millville, and I started one. Well, Vineland worked with me on the tournament, and the people from all over would come and go, "Oh my God, I can't believe this. Look at this field. Look at this field. Look at all the space." Because they're coming from the shore where you're limited on space. And they loved it. And we ended up using all 10 fields, Bobby, 10 fields, getting total cooperation from Vineland. They would take care of the fields for us, take care of everything, and did all the wonderful things for us. And we made thousands and thousands of dollars for Cumberland County College's sports program. And I just never forget that and how the city cooperated and just what a great job they did. I can't remember the fellow who was a recreation director. You probably wouldn't remember.
John Palaha?
No.
Maybe before John. I don't know.
Been,
sure.
Yeah, you wouldn't even been born probably, but just wonderful. Everybody that I dealt with was there. And of course, I got to mention too, I'm so proud of my cousin Harry Curley, who was the mayor of Vineland. Harry just passed away a few months ago at 91. And this was interesting, Bobby. My cousin Harry Curley was the mayor of Vineland. This must have been the early 90s.
Right before I started.
Okay, yeah. So anyway, I'm freeholder director. Harry's the mayor of Vineland. Jimmy Parent's the mayor of Millville. Don Rainier's the mayor of Bridgeton. So the four of us would get together to talk about how we can help each other and share services and all that
That's
stuff.
the way it should be.
It really was, and it worked out really, really well. So, yeah, it's been nice. But I'll tell you what, I don't think Vineland's ever been better run than it is now. To your credit, to Mayor Finucci's credit, to all the city council people.
To the mayor's credit, we have we got a good good core group of department heads that really care and see his vision, follow it through. Of course, Sandy, economic development.
I love
there's
Sandy
there's nothing to stop Sandy.
No, you bet.
Our new public works director, we stole from the county, Jimmy Neer, the man in black.
Oh my God, Jimmy!
Done a great job.
Jimmy has more energy than any 10 men.
And we were just talking about Tony. Tony Quigley took over our ID department and just expanded it tremendously. We have an actual feel-good story. Our new director of the utility started out as a guy that shoveled coal, Dennis Coons, and now he's our new director of the utility.
He's
so
come up. That's
he literally knows everything. Very smart guy, and we appreciate him. Our CFO, Sue Baldessaro, she's been around for years, does a fantastic job as far as keeping the mayor and I under control with the budget. But it's good. And I talked about the recreation. The recreation is one of my departments, and we just hired a new guy that took over for Dale Elbuff, who passed away.
I love Dale.
His name's Alex Gomez, and he's just sees our vision and runs with it. We're actually going out we're doing a feasibility study right now to build a sports complex in Vineland to have all the travel teams come, multi-field.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to that as well.
Well, I got to tell you something I did for Vineland. This was interesting. I was the president of Millville Men's Softball League, and what happened was the league got ridiculous. The teams that were coming were drunks. They would come and they would play. By the second or third game, they were drunk.
Not John's Bar teams. Come on.
Yes, exactly. You know who they were.
I used to
and
play
Larry's
on them,
Bar,
yeah.
John's Bar, and these guys. Honest to God, by the third game, they were falling down the outfield drunk. So I went to the commissioner. I won't mention who it was in charge of the recreation department. I said, "Look, I want this to stop. No drinking at the field. Let them go to the bar after the games." Nah. I said, well, then I'm going to start my own league. And he laughed at me. He goes, you'll never be able to do that without the county or city government. Why, Johnny Caristesi, the guys in South Island, had put together a ball field, actually,
is that the independent field?
Yeah, it's the independent field. So I got that with John and Mo Castellini, a bunch of us. We started that field. I was at the radio station. The radio station donated fencing and the light fixtures. But I got to tell you how great Vineland was. That area was operated under Atlantic Electric at that time, South Vineland.
Correct.
So I went to Atlantic Electric and I said, can you donate some electric poles to us? We don't have any. Well, I thought, you liars, I'm down in South Millville down there.
Got a yard full, right?
Yeah, there's all kind of poles there. Nope. Well, you know what? Vineland stepped up. They said, Jim, we'll give you the poles. So they did. We built that. Rob even held his softball tournaments there. That's how good that field was.
Used to be packed.
Yep. And
Matter of fact, we were talking about putting a new unit in South Vineland.
Yeah.
And I thought of the name. We were going to name it the Independent after the old Independent field because it was going to be right near there.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
It really is. It was.
People don't realize that what you guys did back then drew so many people to the county. Teams from all over came.
Exactly.
It really did.
And when they held the tournament, we'd use that field, and Rob Shannon would have that field as his main field for his tournament,
Correct.
Things like that. And then what happened? I'm trying to think who was the mayor. It might have been my cousin Harry. Somebody called me and they said, Jim, what about the field there? And basically they were asking, could they take it over? I said, yeah, sure, because I was out, and there were still people that were helping. I think Tim Bernstein and stuff. But I said, yeah, I'm sure they would rather have the government take it, go ahead and do it. And they put in the Babe Ruth level or Connie Mack level. They put the kids playing there, so that worked out.
And then that used to be the home field for Sacred Heart High School as well.
Yeah, right, which is nice.
As well, when I believe Chiantos was the coach back then.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, and what a great city with all the recreation facilities. So do you know where some of the new complex is going to go?
We're looking at the old racetrack across from the hospital.
Oh, that's fantastic! Yeah. What a great location.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
I don't know if I was supposed to leak that, but
I keep forgetting about all the wonderful things Vineland has, including its Spear Hospital, where I've been often.
Yeah, we have 3 little leagues, a girls softball that has won a couple national championships there. So it's good. Recreation has been. New pickleball courts we have.
Well, they are popular. My friend Jane Janarone, I don't know if you know Jane. She's a freeholder too.
Gary Galloway, he's a big pickler.
Is he also pickleball? I saw Gary yesterday at the chamber luncheon.
Yeah,
that's become very popular. Pickleball is.
And then we're getting ready. We should start as soon as this weather breaks of our special needs park at Romano Park. That's going to be.
Right. I did see.
It's going to be huge.
Yeah, and we're
very looking forward to that.
Mayor Bob Romano, the father.
His father,
was there as well. And it's interesting too, and I'm sure you think the world of him as I do too, is Mike Testa.
Yes.
And I mean his grandpa was the first mayor of Vineland.
Courthouse is named after him.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Oh, that's cool. Yep. But my God, what great people! His dad is a wonderful man.
Still have their office on the Ave.
Yeah.
You see him and his dad eating lunch at all the different places in Vineland all the time.
So where's some of your favorite places besides the Queen?
We go we go to Double Eagle sometimes. We go to Eastland.
Yeah.
Nice place on the Ave, Cilantro and Cura. Crumbs Cafe on Delsey Drive.
Yeah,
we go to a lot.
I like the Olympia too.
Yeah.
It's something special.
Yep. A couple of the girls in my office really like Olympia,
Mayor,
so we got
Senator goes there with his father, because I see pictures that he takes there. But Vineland is blessed to have some fantastic restaurants. Really do. In fact, I'll tell you where I've been going a lot, because it's close. It's almost like Millville, is the Green Olive.
Yeah.
And what's interesting there, if you go to the Green Olive, Bobby, you'll see this too. If you go in there, go to the left. There's a bar in the front. And that's where all the Millville people hang out. Ricky Abbott's there, Lois Abbott's there, the Kavanaughs are there. There's all kind of Millville people, Larry Malone, Debbie Malone. They all gravitate to there. So it's sort of become the Millville section of the Green Olive restaurant. But and they have great food, great pizzas. In fact, it was interesting. Mayor Dickenson and I, when I was meeting with him and developers we went to Green Island.
Okay.
They gave us sort of a private area,
Nice.
which was nice to
Nice.
be able to do that. So again, another great restaurant in the city of Vineland. And have you taken your wife yet to the Hotel Charlesworth?
I haven't been with my wife, but I've
Yeah.
been down there since Sybil took it over.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
you know Sybil. Yeah.
We were down there for the groundbreaking of the water sewer plant.
No, that's right. Yes. Yeah.
And
He's
we
amazing.
went, my wife and I went to the little restaurant that was near there before
Yes.
he reopened the
Yeah.
Charlesworth.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, Sybil's a piece of work.
And
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah.
He's good. He does a show, and he's going to be doing more shows and stuff. But he is a character.
Yeah,
So-
Fortescue's going to be up and coming once they get that.
Yeah, get that water and sewer. The prices in Fortescue, because they're bringing in water and sewer, they are doubling. And don't forget, people love being on the water. Fortescue's on the water, so the house that was going for $250 now is going for $500. In fact, Frank Carpino is a friend of mine. He has land right on the water there, and he's going to build condos.
Yeah, Rick Tonette, our solicitor, has a couple lots right on
Does
the
he
water
really?
right there near the
Yeah.
Charlesworth as well. Yep.
Yeah, that's a good value.
He
Yeah.
I think he lost it back in the hurricane, his property, and never rebuilt. And now it's a perfect opportunity.
Sure,
You know?
some new bulkhead to his rebuilding would be fantastic.
Mayor Rothman, Mike Rothman, he does a great job down there.
Yes,
Yep.
he does. Yeah, very much so. We have some real good people. And we got a lot of great people throughout the county, but none better than the city of Vineland. And this guy that's the administrator is a pretty good guy named Bob Dickenson.
Thank
We'll
you.
be back to talk about Bob right after these messages.
Many people treat their health like a game. With the Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Our mental health services focus on the emotions and behaviors that affect your overall well-being and features psychiatric, counseling, and addiction services, including our exclusive Fresh Start program, designed to help combat the opioid epidemic in our communities, plus all the other specialties you expect from Complete Care. Level up your health with us. The Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great healthcare for everyone.
The most important decisions a family can make are usually made around the kitchen table. At DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home, we believe pre-planning and the difficult decisions you face with the loss of a loved one should also be made around the comfort of a table, like a family. Our friendly, kind, and compassionate staff is committed to helping you get through this most difficult time. In your time of need, trust DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home, Vineland.
We're all looking for God. All the signs point to there is really a God. We try to find him in all kinds of ways, in all kinds of places, and through all kinds of things. But there's only one way to find him. That's by personal experience with him. Come visit us this Sunday. We can introduce you to him. New Life Church, Millville, New Jersey.
For generations, Mintz Insurance has stood for trust, resilience, and community. And today, that legacy continues. This new generation brings fresh energy and enthusiasm to the same personalized, dependable service and ability to deliver that our clients have known for over 90 years. From Main Street to your street, we're here, local, loyal, and looking ahead.
For decades, our dad has been a steady, trusted voice here at Mintz Insurance, helping neighbors, not just clients, protect what matters most.
As Dad steps into retirement, one thing stays the same: our commitment to this community.
We're proud to be independent, rooted right here in Millville. No call centers, no runaround, just real people ready to help, just like Dad always did.
Mintz Insurance, built on trust, proud of our past, and ready for what's next.
Welcome back to Around South Jersey. I want to thank Yelmaz and everyone at the Queen Restaurant, Lincoln and Landis in Vineland, one of Bobby and Mayor Finucci's favorite restaurants, and they're open 7 a.m. till 4 p.m., 7 days a week. Some fabulous breakfast and great lunches, and I'm sure you can get some of the early bird dinners. And of course, I mentioned in Millville, fabulous. They're open 7 a.m. till 11 p.m., and it's one of my favorite places for dinners. I love the crab cakes. I'm not a red meat eater, but I love seafood there, and I love the eggplant parmesan and everything they have. And boy, you know what? It's interesting. I've never had and I don't use butter. I try to watch my weight and try to keep the calories down. They have a plain baked sweet potato that I love, just the way it is, just natural. I love it, and that's what I'll have tonight. It's plain baked sweet potato along with green vegetable and things like that. So
Nice.
stop in and see them and tell them that the administrator for the city of Vineland, Bob Dickenson, sent you. And you don't find anybody better than this guy. But he's got, I know why he's so good. His dad, Bob, was one of the nicest men you'd ever meet in your life. And his mother, Sally, is still a sweetheart. She's always been. Well, you were, honestly, and I mean, I'm telling you the truth, they are two of the nicest people. And, well, you're a very nice person because it rubbed off on you, too. You know?
Yeah, they did a good job, no doubt. You
They
know,
sure did. Now, you
being
got-
from Port Norse and going to St. Mary's growing up, as
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
there was nothing down there, and
Yeah.
they always brought me to Millville, let
Yeah.
me stay with my friends. I told
Yeah.
you the Little League story,
Yeah.
what they did for me,
Super,
and
yeah. It really was. So, did you like St. Mary's?
I did. Yeah.
Me too. That's where I went. first.
Still have
Natalie
some
went
great
there, too.
lifelong friends from there, you know.
Yeah. Who did you
Um,
go to school with there? Remember some of I guess the Morits and
The
Gary?
Demorats, the Meandro twins
Yeah.
were in my class,
That's
the
right.
Goldsteins,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, all the family, yeah.
Yeah.
Bedros,
Yeah.
yep.
I tell you what, people talk about the nuns. I went there for all 8 years. I loved the nuns, honestly. And I attribute a lot of what they brought to me, to my success in my life. They pushed me in a good way, and I was very successful and just really.
I still see Sister Margaret every once in a while up
Yeah.
in Vineland,
Well,
yeah,
she
some of
comes,
the old
Kelly
ones, yeah.
actually gives her massages
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and I've got Sister Judith that went to school with me. Margie Trozzi was her name before. And there's another sister, Kathleen Dacey, I forget her nun name. We had 5 that graduated with me from St. Mary's that went into the convent, but 2 of them stayed, and 3 came back out. But that's a tough place to find people to get into.
It is,
It's hard
yeah.
enough to get priests, let alone nuns
Right,
anymore.
correct, yeah.
But we were lucky to have several of them.
Yep, we
you
were.
must have had some
It was
lay
good.
teachers too, though, didn't you?
I did. I had
you
Miss
have Gary?
Vinci,
Okay.
Miss Trasferini,
Did you have Gary Monterosa?
yep.
Yeah.
And Mr. Monteroso. I had Mrs. Donna Pettit,
Oh, yes,
yeah.
sweetheart.
awesome.
Well, you
I
got
had Mrs. Barufi.
Okay.
She's in Vineland still. Friends with her on Facebook.
Uh-huh.
Trying to think other lady. I had a lady, 4th grade, Mrs. DeSelta. She moved to Ocean City.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You
it
had
was,
mostly lay teachers.
yeah.
You didn't have many nuns.
and then I went to Millville after 8th grade.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Who was your favorite teacher at Millville High School?
Besides Jim, I'd have to go with probably Mr. Corson, biology.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was also my late bus driver, driving us back to Port North from
He's a super
athletics.
guy.
Yeah.
A great person. A lot of good people out there too.
Yeah, we were talking earlier how fortunate, people don't realize, and I took it for granted back then, playing for the guys that and the coaches that we had in Millville back in the day. There were days when I hated them, all in your behind or whatever, but now looking back, people that went through Millville, the days that I was fortunate enough to go through, we had some top-notch, not only coaches, but human beings
Yeah. Good
that
point.
really cared
Yeah.
about, the people that walked the halls in Millville.
Yeah.
So very, very fortunate.
I just want to extend my condolences to Paul McCluskey's family. Paul
Yeah, Coach
just
Mac.
passed away, and then his former wife just passed away recently, like a week or 2 ago. So within a few months, his daughters lost both of their parents.
I didn't
So
realize
my
that.
condolences to them. Chris Morachko, well, you wear glasses. Chris Morachko is I go to Vine and get my eyes taken
Mhm.
care of. He has ideal vision.
Okay.
And he is a super guy. He went to Westchester where Tony Cerise went to
Oh, yeah.
college
Mhm.
and university. He was a football player there and stuff. And just if you want to get great eye care vision, go to Ideal Vision. Tell them Chris Morachko, Jim Quinn sent you. I guarantee he'll take really good care of you. And his prices are reasonable as well. But they just, again, another good Vineland business person, good place to go. My doctors are in Vineland. I love, 2 of them are. It's really good people, and I love Inspira Hospital. I mean, unfortunately, I had to go there a few times. In fact, today I came from there because I had to pick up some medicine, and but oh my God, I have a minor form of cancer. My cancer doctor is Dr. Roy she's a sweetheart, one of the nicest people you'd ever want to meet. She really is. So anyway, you're healthy. You're in good shape.
So far, yeah.
That's good.
I've had a couple bouts the last couple years with some hospital stays from some diverticulitis issues, but no, feel good. Yeah, doing well.
Good. Well, Bobby, you look good. Thanks for coming in, buddy.
Thanks
You
for
gotta
having
come
me.
back.
Much
Enjoyed having
appreciated.
you.
Always good.
Tell Mom I said hello.
I will.
Please.
Thank you.
Bob Dickenson, who is the administrator for the city of Lima, one of the best in Cumberland County, and does a great job and is a wonderful person. Comes from a fantastic family. Was one of the best pitchers to ever pitch at Millville High School. Tony Cerace told me that, so that's got to be the case. And I want to thank Ryan Narowski and all the wonderful people that were in here today from Rowan College in South Jersey. Nathaniel, thank you for bringing all these great people in to see us. We're looking to train some people that help us do all the programming that we're doing, and we got some good young people in here as well. Thank you. Ryan Narowski, I don't know what I'd do without you, buddy. Thank you so much for producing and help teaching the people how to produce the shows today. And for Bob Dickenson, I'm Jim Quinn. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night. See you later. Bye-bye.
This has been a QBC television production, in association with our partners and sponsors. QBC broadcasts on Comcast Cable Channel 22, and live streams its programming on Facebook and YouTube. All rights reserved by Quinn Media and QBC, programming that serves the South Jersey market.